Greetings, everyone. I'm Mr. Lascala. I'm the art teacher here in Whalingborough's ECDC schools. I'm teaching art. I'm the visual arts teacher. Thank you for joining us on this asynchronous learning day. As you can tell, this is an asynchronous class, which means you're watching me on YouTube. That's a great platform because you're able to pause, rewind, or even fast forward through things that we might have gone through already. The bad news about this is, if you're watching me, I had a bad connection, you had a bad connection, we weren't able to connect. Well, other than that, we are going to be doing some fun stuff today. I'm going to be reading a book. We're going to answer a few questions using our thumb signals. We're going to take a 5-minute screen break. Then when we come back, we're going to design together. We're going to use different patterns. Then we're going to take our second 5-minute screen break. After that, we will come back and we will make an airplane. Okay, why airplanes and patterns? Black History Month. All right, so we're going to be doing some traditional African designs and for the first part. And the second part is we're going to be making planes, paper airplanes. Huh? Bessie Coleman. Okay, which brings us into our first book. Okay, this is our first African-American pilot. And we'll be talking about that. I have a few questions after the book. Let's get our thumbs ready before I start reading the book. Shake those thumbs. All right, give me a thumb to the side. That means, I don't know, or maybe. And it's okay if you shrug your shoulders with me. I don't mind. Let's see. Shake those hands. Shake those thumbs. And down. That means no. That means absolutely no. Super duper no way. No way at all. Shake those thumbs. Now let me see your thumbs up. That means yes. Always nod your head. I can see it. That's what I'm looking for. Double thumbs up means absolutely. I react well to visual connection, which means please keep your mic muted and your camera rolling. All right. I react better to being able to see things, not necessarily hear things. So stay on mute unless it's a super duper emergency, but we are asynchronous. So make sure you tell the adult in your room. That's another thing. Later on, I'll be asking you to get paper, crayons, and pencil. Yes. And if an adult could be with you throughout this entire class, that would be super duper awesome. Usually, as long as they're in the room, you're fine. Please do not leave the room on our screen breaks unless you tell an adult that you're leaving a room. Just don't get up and walk away. Say, I need to use the bathroom, and then you'll be able to go. The best part is we're asynchronous, so you could just pause me, or you could, and which also brings me to our meetings in between. We're going to have screen breaks. Okay, we're going to be using the timer. You can just fast forward through those if you don't think you need a screen break. All right, that's going to bring us to our book called Flying Free. Now, I'm going to move around so I can get into a good position to show you Flying Free, How Bessie Coleman Dreams Took Flight. Written by Karen Parsons, illustrated by R. Gregory Christie. Bessie Coleman was born a spirited little girl whose sense of adventure would light the whole world. In the morning she'd rise and breathe the fresh air, marvel at the small flock of birds flying there. Bessie loved reading, loved math and science too. As she excelled in her studies, her confidence grew. But each end of summer, when harvest came around, her family got to picking cotton and the schools would be closed down. Hands sore from that picking, Bessie wiped her small brow and dreamed she'd find greatness. She just didn't know how. Blackbird, black girl, shine bright for the whole world. Show your spark, show your twirl, let those beautiful wings unfurl. One day Bessie's teacher told them of how a woman had become a pilot, a huge breakthrough. Wow! Harriet Quimby was the brave woman's name, and being the first had brought her new fame. While the kids all snickered and shook their heads, Bessie thought hard about what her teacher had said. Bessie kept working the fields, got a job cleaning clothes, saved up her money for when opportunity arose. Bessie loved Waxahachie, loved her family even more, but she longed to go where her spirit could soar. One day her brother wrote, "Why don't you come? Join me in Chicago. We'll have loads of fun." Very soon she found work, not one job but two, serving up chili and doing nails too. At the salon one day, her brother strolled in, charming all with his war tales that he told with a grin. The French flyers, he said, were heroic and true, but what impressed him the most were the women who flew. To fly, said Bessie, "I'd love to, I would." "Ha!" laughed her brother. "There's no way that you could. You live in America, are black and female. You have a better chance if you had a tail. Besides, oh, Bessie said, oh yeah, you just wait and see. There'll be black female pilot, and it will be me." Blackbird, black girl, shine bright for the whole world. Show your spark, show your twirl, let those beautiful wings unfurl. They all told her no. "We won't teach you to fly. You're a girl, the wrong color." But she still had to try. Then a friend told her, "I think you have a chance if you didn't stay here, but instead went to France. I'll pay for your trip. Yes, give it a go. When you come home a pilot, the whole country will know." Je m'appelle Bessie. She soon made a date to travel to France. She could hardly wait. Sometimes it was hard, being so far from home. Sometimes she felt sad and terribly alone. The work was quite hard, but she enjoyed her training. With so much to do, there was no time for complaining. This was her calling. The sky was for her. There, it didn't matter what color you were. Blackbird, black girl, shine bright for the whole world. Show your spark, show your twirl, let those beautiful wings unfurl. When it was finally time to get her license to fly, Bessie passed, Bessie passed all the tests on the very first try. There it was in her hand, her pilot's license. She couldn't wait to show it to her friends and family. Upon her return, triumphant and proud, Bessie was greeted by a loud cheering crowd. Her picture made news. There it was, front page. First black female pilot. She was all the rage. The best way, she thought, to show her new skills was to hold flying shows full of daring thrills. The crowds loved it all. Her stunts, how she dressed. An enchanting daredevil, they nicknamed her Queen Bess. She would fight racism at her air shows too. They would tell the officials to integrate the venue. "I won't do the show if you segregate. Black folks and white must come in the same gate." Bessie traveled the country, spoke to young and to old, inspiring all races with the stories she told. All these years later, brave Bessie still inspires. Many people of color have since become flyers. Above the land, above the sea, where they all said she shouldn't be. Bessie said, "Watch," she said, "you'll see," and follow her dream, flying free. The end. Here we have some images of her I'd just like to show you on the timeline. on the stamp. The end. All right, let me see you flying. Give me a thumbs up if you like that book. Oh, double thumbs up. Very nice. All right. Who was the main character? What was her name again? That's right, Bessie Coleman. Do you know what the word for a main character is again? That's right, protagonist. Give me a thumbs up if you knew protagonist. All right. And that was another biography book. Can you tell me what a biography is again? Mm-hmm. If you said a truthful story about a person's life, you are correct. Let me see 2 thumbs up. That's right. It's a truthful story about a person's life. This one was very special because it was a rhyming truthful story. So a biography that rhymes. So very cool, right? I think so too. Not so much, some of you? I think it's great. All right. Let's see. Oh, one last question before we take our screen break. I want you to think over our screen break. Other than a plane, what could you pilot? Think about that one while we take a step away from the monitor, get away from the screen. I'm going to set the timer, and since we are on YouTube, you can just fast forward through this. That's my fast forwarding noise. And there we have it. I'll see you shortly.
Yeah, high five with this hand. My other hand is Cheetos.
Oh my gosh, that's full of Cheetos. You know there's a Super Mario World? Oh, okay. Oh, good. What do, I guess I don't know where it is. Oh, well.
It's in Japan.
Yeah. Baseball? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking there it is. No, I don't think it's close. Don't look at it. I don't know.
Did you get anyone new?
I know.
Did you
I
get
do know.
anyone
What do you want,
new?
$1?
Wait, you didn't get that little foot guy? Whoa, what? when it was the end of the I don't know, but Charlotte, are you playing this tablet? There you go. Thank you. I'm sorry I got off Among Us, but I didn't want to play that. Because I didn't know how to get the two really playing it.
I'm saying, it doesn't do a good job.
I guess you're right.
That's the problem I'm stuck on. What are you doing? Are you having conference? I think that's it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So, what did you think about? You can unmute your microphones and let me know. What else can you pilot other than a plane? Okay, yeah. You can. Okay, that's a plane. A jet is a plane. You could definitely pilot a boat or a ship. You could pilot a submarine. Very nice. Great ones, everybody. You could pilot a hot air balloon. That's right. You could pilot a lot of different things. Okay, now we're going to move right on to the next segment. Now, since we're going to be making and folding planes later after the next break, we're going to need to design our wing. Okay, we're going to design our plane using traditional African themes, like in textiles. Textiles is another word for patterned prints. Okay, there's a lot of reoccurring themes in African textiles that utilize reoccurring prints, basically reoccurring themes throughout a lot of the artwork that is presented that I've noticed. Now, we're going to start with our piece of paper. So you can do this with me if you'd like. We're going to get a regular piece of paper. I'm going to use some copy paper. You can use notebook paper, but trust me, with this one, copy paper will work best. You won't have a lot of lines. Although notebook paper does make good paper airplanes, copy paper makes even better ones. You can definitely use that if you want to. Crayons are perfect for this. I do not suggest using markers. They can get on our sleeves, on our clothes. They can get on our furniture if we're not in the right spot. And also, make sure you're working on a flat surface. I have a clipboard. You can use a clipboard also if you'd like, if you're on a soft surface, like a couch, a love seat, a fold-out ottoman, a futon. You could definitely use a book to draw on top of. But I found out the kitchen table is the best. If you have a desk, that's just as good. All right, so to start things off, I'm going to use some major colors. I'm going to use very bright and vivid colors. I'm going to be using orange. Oh, you know what? You could actually help me with these. That is orange. If you knew it, give me a wink. Okay, I'm going to be using... Give me a wink if you knew it was yellow. Yes, it's a dark green. Asparagus. Give me a wink if you knew it was a dark green. Give me a wink if you knew this was regular green. This is blue. Very good. Red. And I'm going to use my black crayon, my favorite. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is split it into 4 areas, going up and down. So I'm going to hold my paper like this. What do we call that? If you said vertical, give me that thumbs up. All right. So we're going to split it down the middle by, I'm going to fold it first. Remember how to fold it. We've done this before where we match the corners up, squish it down, and then you run your finger along that crease. Okay. Now, I have it this way, so I have the peak sticking up at me. So now I have a line going down the middle. All right. I'm just going to draw a wavy line going down the middle. Going over the mountain. That's fine. All right. Next, I am going to put a line here and a line here. I'm just going to do a zigzag line, a small zigzag line on one side and on the other. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is hard to draw up in the air. Next, some of the recurring patterns and themes are going to be represented. I'm going to go across with all of them. So I'm going to be doing first, I'm going to start with an X. Then I'm going to connect the top parts of the X on this one. Then I'm going to make an X and connect the side. An X, connect the top. An X, and connect the side. Now, I'm going to use a different color. Switch it up. I'm going to now make a staircase. Okay, this one's going to be going down. This one's going to go up. Down. Up. Okay, I'm going to draw a flat line on all of them with my red crayon. Next, I'm going to go to my dark green. I am going to make a, it's going to be like a crisscross type of a pattern. I'm going to go like this. And then I'm going to go this direction. 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm going to stay in that same area, but I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use yellow. You could pick any of those colors that you want. Bright colors are the best. And now I'm going to actually put in little swatches like this, kind of like squares. I'm going to do the same for all of it. All right, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go to orange. All right, I'm going to put in diamond pattern. I'm going to color those in while I have it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, just as long as you're trying to make a pattern, that's all that counts. Okay. Now I'm going to use my blue. I'm going to make my steps again. This one's going down, so I'm going to probably have this one going up, and then I'll have it going down. See that? And then I'm actually going to put a line in. I'm going to color the bottom part in blue. And then I'm going to color this top part blue. See how I'm kind of alternating? Bottom blue, top blue. All right, now we have our last green color, and this is going to be used for the X's. We're going to do the X again. We're going to do the X like this, except we're going to put lines on that side and color it in. X, and color in the top on the second one. X, color the side ones in. Kind of looks like a butterfly. X, do the top like that. We're going to finish off by making this pattern again, except I'm going to switch it up and use red for my lines that are going to go across like this. I'm just going to do 2 of them. Yellow is going to be in there. Also now I'm going to put yellow here. Okay, these motifs are used to help. I'm not going to make this one yellow that I can. These represent different kinds of African designs. Now you want to color it all in. All right, use the colors that you already used. Change them up. These I'm going to use that to color the top in. I'm going to color inside the lines. I don't want to overlap too much. All right. Wow. You know what? Let me just finish touching up in this area up here. I'm going to use orange. All right. I hope you had fun coloring with me. We're going to take our second 5-minute screen break. When we come back from our screen break, we are going to be folding this paper into an airplane to represent Bessie Coleman's airplane. Well, ours is going to be more like a glider, and it's not going to have propellers. Okay, 5 minutes are set. I'll see you soon. All right. Sorry, that was supposed to be what we were watching right there. If you need any help, come to me and visit me at Bessie Coleman, Willingboro, ECDC, or as usual. But this lesson is Bessie Coleman lesson. Just realized that now. Welcome back. All right. So right now we are going to be using our African-inspired design to help create a plane, similar to something maybe Bessie Coleman would fly. Well, not really. Bessie Coleman would fly prop planes, propeller planes, okay? And with two wings, a biplane. We are going to be making a glider jet. What? Yes, it's not an actual jet, but it's going to be like a glider. It's going to be a classic paper airplane. All right, so we have our paper for our classic airplane. What we're going to do is we have to take it off first. All right. We're going to take our paper airplane and fold it where we originally had the fold. All right. Now, you're going to next point the tip away from you, point away from you like this, like you're reading a long brochure, a magazine type. Okay, you're going to turn and point these down on each side. You're going to put one triangle, three sides, 1, 2, 3. Try to line it up right down the middle. And the other one on the other side. Okay, it kind of looks like a house, right? Now we're going to fold it one more time. We're going to make another triangle. Make sure you keep that tip there, and you're going to fold it like this on each side. Nice. We're making some cool patterns already. Check that out. That looks really cool. All right. Now we're going to fold it up like this. All right. Now we'll go against your fold. So you have your plane. Now we're going to fold it one last time, just to give a little bit like that. You're going to leave a little bit. So you're going to kind of fold it over. I say you just fold it over like this. And you match it on the other side. And there you have your classic paper airplane. You could even do some extra fun things. It should look pretty cool from the top. Okay. Our African-inspired glider plane, paper airplane. You could even flip the sides up on each end. I'm just going to do like a little bit here and a little one here. Just like that. All right, you see how I flipped up the sides? And you have a perfect airplane ready to fly. After you fly for a while, you get the end, it'll get nice and flat and you won't be able to fly straight anymore. A couple times it'll unfold. You just have to stick it back together. A trick is to use, if you have it, a paper clip. Paper clip will go right around here, around the front, right where my fingers are, maybe a little bit forward, maybe a little bit back, whatever you feel great with, and that way it'll hold it together and keep it from falling apart. And you can even make another stabilizer on the back. All right, you could rip it, but I suggest using scissors if you have it. Okay, and you're going to cut right over here. Remember to cut away from yourself. You could even sing the scissor song with me. Scissors are for cutting paper. 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 Your turn. Scissors are for cutting paper. I can't hear you. Scissors are for cutting paper. I can't see you. Scissors are for cutting paper. Try to wink. Scissors are for cutting paper. Relax. Remember, with scissor safety, you cut away from yourself. You don't ever turn towards yourself. No, no, no. You shouldn't be walking around with them, but if you do, you hold on to the metal part just like this. And scissors are a tool, not a toy. Keep them away from your face and your family. Keep them away from your friends and your hair. If you do accidentally cut something you're not supposed to, tell an adult immediately. It's a lot easier if you tell them immediately. All right. So with the scissor, I'm going to cut a line going right from here to here. All right. And you can push that out the top. We have an extra stabilization fin. Pretty cool, right? I think I could even fold that in, make it look more jet-like. Let me see. It's been a while since I've actually made one of these. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. There. There we have it. Let's see if it'll fly. Oh, perfect! I hope you had a great time, everybody. I want to thank you for being here. Adults, thank you for being here. It's now time to clean up. You're going to put your scissor away if you used it. First of all, also, don't use scissors without an adult's help. If an adult's in the room, adults should be watching you and making sure you're holding the scissors the right way and using the scissors properly. When you put it away, put it back where you have it. I think crayon box is fine. I think it'd be fine with your pencils, pencil case, your art supplies, your arts and crafts supplies. These are great places to put your scissors inside your desk drawer. It should be away from any younger children, okay? If you have younger siblings or cousins around or living with you, you do not want to have them getting hold of your scissors. So put them in a good, safe spot. Maybe even give them back to your parents. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, students. Thank you, adults, for your help. I appreciate it. It's now time for us to say goodbye. Please take a picture of your plane and send it into my email address. Here's my email address right down here. There we have it. Have fun. You can color in maybe some parts of the bottom of the plane if you'd like to. When you send a picture in, make sure you send the student's name and their class teacher. See you next time, everybody. So long. Bye-bye. Let me see you wave. Awesome. Keep drawing. Stay creative.